finally I got this van, Pandora, just running perfect. Basically, I got rid of the chrome fuel pump, that cheap China one, because my original fuel pump was worn out and old. So I replaced it with a Chinese one from eBay, thinking that the chrome would look nice or whatever. They make chrome fuel pumps, but they cost more. So anyways, this is a good fuel pump, a factory like OEM one. I'm using the Holley bypass regulator. I've got my 100 micron filter. I've got a 40 micron filter. And I've got 6, see it's a little high, 6 PSI of 6 PSI of fuel pressure. It's a little bit high. So I'm going to turn that screw outwards a little bit. And when I did, see it went down. I'm running about 5 or 5.5. Edelbrock require, it's a 650 CFM Edelbrock carburetor. It requires 3.5 to 5.5 PSI. So now I just tighten the lock nut on that and turn it by hand. I kind of leave a few tools right there. And this was no good. So it wasn't only the fuel pump, but it was also this gauge, made in America, $18. And then this is oil filled. This one here, made in America, this Marshall, seems to be working just perfect, just accurate as ever. And it's not moving around. It doesn't seem to need the oil. It's not bouncing anywhere. But see, the fuel pressure is dropping a little as it's sitting here, but it's still holding a good 5 or 4.9 or so. So I'm going to test drive it now. And oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you, is that what they say is a good running engine, and when you know you're doing something right, you should be able to balance a nickel on it. And there we go. There's our nickel balance. But it falls off a little bit. It's because this surface is not level. So there's our balanced nickel. So I'm doing something right. So let me rev this thing up and see if it stays balanced, right? That's a true test, huh? You can go a little bit higher RPM. And the nickel's still balanced, right? That's pretty good, huh? So I've got my 4, 5 or 5 PSI fuel pressure. So I'm going to test drive it pretty soon here. I'm not going to show you all that because I don't want to be driving along videoing. This is what I wanted to show you also, is that I've got a full 16 vacuum. You see, 16 inches of high grams vacuum. So that's just amazing. So at this altitude, usually 15 is acceptable, 14, 15, because you know you lose atmospheric pressure and you have less vacuum at this pressure, at this altitude. So a good running engine would be here on this gauge at sea level, and a good running engine at this elevation will be here in between the red and the green, you know. So it's just right. So I finally got it just right. So I'm very happy.